And we are underway from Houston. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Oilers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of timed.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by Sims. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now Waters hit and he loses it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Murray. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. 17-0 our score. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Dances by him, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Murray from midfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw, it's Murray. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others,
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Oilers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what the...
Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
And boy, ball security a problem for him so far. 2 first-half fumbles. The first one they were able to keep. This one, a turnover.
And they've got to determine what is causing these turnovers. Is it extra effort, trying to get extra yardage? Sometimes you just have to take what you can get and just take care of the ball.
And quickly, they get to the line. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've reached half.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Oilers have got it on cruise control. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Murray. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The first down carry here for Johnson. And it's a fumble, and the Buccaneers have it. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray, he finds his man, complete. That's Young. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Murray with a 3rd and long. Steps away to his left, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted to practice just for that.
Back now here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Kemp.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Kemp.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Kemp. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Murray fighting. Lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Murray going to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Houston.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Murray now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well,
partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. On 2nd down, Kemp. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring.
And my goodness, another interception. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Kim, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he works with this offensive line? And they know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Warner.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1st down, Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And Graham on the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So Houston going to come away